Hi, I'm Diane Dennis, evolutionary nurse and author of An Evolutionary Leap from Breakup to Breakthrough, where you will learn when you buy my book. You can find me at dianern.com, where you will learn how to heal childhood wounds, how to find those patterns that have kept you stuck in relationships and achieving what it is that you really want and deserve out of life, and to complete the grieving process so you can move forward in your own life. Today, I want to talk about the unconscious patterns that were developed when we were emotionally neglected as children. And this is not uncommon, this is common. And what it looks like when you were young, your feelings were either punished, dismissed, neglected, or thought of, treated as if they didn't matter. So, what you learned to do, these echoed through your life into adulthood. And what does that look like until we bring this awareness into consciousness? And we'll talk about that in a minute after I show you what has been going on behind the scenes and patterns that were developed. So, it's what happens when your feelings were not protected. You developed the ability to create your person, your life, your personality as low maintenance. And, you were being the good child. So, what does that look like? You stopped asking, you stopped needing, and you stopped expecting. Not because you didn't want to, but because waiting for those needs to be met hurt worse than hoping. So you gave that up. You took that into adulthood. And what happened next is you developed those roles in relationships where you were low maintenance, where your needs weren't met, and that was your normal, and you didn't ask for more. You adapted so well that this wound goes completely unnoticed. And even to yourself, you're great at reading a room, but reading your own thoughts and feelings, or what your thoughts, why they're there, is can be completely a mystery. So we want to change that, because what happens is you're perceived as being very strong, but there's also a deep loneliness because your needs aren't being met. This human need to be validated for your feelings, which is what we're all about, is our feelings to be expressed, goes unmet and unnoticed by the people in your life. So everyone applauds you for your independence, but the loneliness is always there. So what we're going to do is find out a way to make a change. This is where you get to bring this into consciousness and get those needs that you've been craving met, and make better choices in relationships, and set up healthier boundaries, and ask for what you deserve in relationships and with others. So it's time to ask yourself, and this is part of the healing process, and it brings it into consciousness, and it's the first step. How did it affect me? So everyone's different, how it affects you, it presents in your world and in your life, and the type of partners that you choose. So you get to examine that, take a look at that, and maybe start to realize for the first time ever that this is my pattern. And this is why I choose people to be in relationship with that are that are emotionally unavailable, that dismiss my needs, maybe get angry and defensive when we have a need. That's very common. And it becomes your normal, and you brace yourself. Your nervous system remains dysregulated. Actually, you choose partners that have dysregulated nervous systems so that they can't handle the stress of your feelings. And what happens next is you're punished for all of that. So I hope this helps. I hope this helps you understand one of the unconscious patterns that can be running the show and creating unhappiness in your life, whereas everyone else is so amazingly proud of how accomplished you are and strong and independent. Those are all warning signs that you've had to learn that and adapt to that because your needs weren't met from early on. It's time to change that. You deserve the best. You deserve your needs to be met. You deserve to be heard, and you deserve to be listened to. I'm Diane, your evolutionary nurse. I'm so excited that you found me. If you found this video valuable, please press the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Go to my website, Diane RN, where you'll find more insight through blogs, articles, and my book, An Evolutionary Leap from Breakup to Breakthrough, to help teach you how to heal, move forward, and upgrade your life and relationships. Thank you for joining me. Bye for now.